Well, hello, welcome to the ITL. Actually, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a comic video that I put up earlier this week. It was it wasn't really meant to mean anything at all. I knew why the tree went down before I even started shooting the video. But whenever I seen it, I had to put it up there as a pre-hurricane. I mean, if you really look down the description, it was pre-hurricane, before the hurricane. And I put it up as the tree just was so frightened it fell over. So it was in you don't know how what I went through basically to find I don't know what you want to say, a candidate, I'll call it, to act as a witness. It was fun though. It was fun. And most of the comments they was left behind. You could tell that people realized it was supposed to be funny. It wasn't supposed to be anything making fun of the hurricane or making fun of the people who got stuck in it. And as far as last Saturday's ITL, you know, I don't know if people didn't understand, or I just to make myself clear on that. As far as people getting stuck in the hurricane zone, I mean, if circumstances made you stuck there and there's just nothing else you could do, it was totally understandable. The people that I didn't, I mean, the people that I have had I didn't feel sorry for is the people that knew they were in the severe danger zone, and they turned around and said, "Oh, I'll just stay with my house. I've been here for so long," and just trying to be He-Man about it. And when they know their house is going to be obliterated and underwater, and it happened. It did happen. So it's like, huh. I mean, there's circumstances that. I mean, look at Rob. What was his channel? Rob RC62, I believe it is. He had to stay there. I mean, it's just the way it was. And luckily he wasn't hit at all. I mean, he got slight house damage, and that was it. So I'm happy that him and his survived it well. I really am. I did think of him as soon as I started hearing the hurricane was coming up to hit Florida. Oh, but yeah, let's go move on. Last Tuesday, I talked a little about doing this, and this is the Fairmont, adjustable wrench. The thing is about this, I could have cleaned off more scale. I might just do that in the future. Clean off more of the scale, make it look a lot better. But the thing is about this, I found out the history of the company from this, and I started looking up the wrenches. I mean, they made several different toolkits and stuff, and I found out a lot of these wrenches were actually used during World War II for different vehicles, Jeeps, the tanks, and stuff like that. And so they had a big sales to the U.S. government for making up for the U.S. government for the World War II. The ones that I can only find online, though, looking through eBay, I hit several websites. They were either 9 inches smaller. This is a 15-inch one, and I thought it said 19. I thought it was 19, but here it's a 15-inch one. I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 postings of a 15-inch one. And there's no history on it. There's no numbers. And I've cleaned it off really well where the stampings are and everything. This one's been through a lot. It's a lot of pitting inside of here to be able to look, but I've cleaned up pretty well. And there's no numbers. It just says Fairmont USA 15-inch. So I mean, she's an old one for sure, though. She's an old one for sure. But I'm gonna keep looking for information on this company, and I have a couple other little tools. They sold position toolkits, little wrenches and stuff. And I have one of those in my toolbox. And I don't know, like I said in my video, I don't remember where I picked these up. I really don't. But it's obviously somebody had basically abused it and set it aside. And I came along and decided, well, that'd be kind of cool for a wall hanging or some type of decoration in the garage, or make it worthwhile. And I pretty much made it worthwhile. I'm going to go ahead and clean it all. I'm going to go ahead and just clean it up the rest of the way, take the scaling off of it, and because it's perfectly usable as a wrench itself. I really like doing this to older tools. I mean, they do work well. This one here still closes up pretty well. I mean, there's a very, very slight gap there. Very, very slight, and you can tell a lot of use has been used, but it's still perfectly usable. A little large for me carrying on a bike or something like that. Oh, I could fit in a can, but it's really freaking heavy too. But I mean, it's a good tool that I can use in the shop. And I mean, they don't go for a whole lot. At least the 9-inch smaller, they don't go for a whole lot really on like eBay and stuff. There is collectors out there, but I mean, they just don't go for a whole lot. And then, like this, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, let's go ahead and move on real quick. So I want to try. This is going to be a longer ITL, and I really anticipate it because I'm going to do a little bit of clip-ins here. Because I'm going to try to stress my point on how some advice on YouTube should never be taken, especially from certain people. And I mean, if I put videos up, and I make sure people, you all know that if I'm not mean much to it about it, it's supposed to be kind of for comedy. You guys know about it just by reading the description or reading the title. Like earlier this week with the tree. I mean, it was the title alone, straight from the Clown News Network. That tells you right there. Okay, but there is some people online. Excuse me. There's some people online that, I mean, they're just, in my eyes, just jokers, and they don't know that they're jokers. Seems like the one lives not too far away from me, and he doesn't live too far from me at all. And this guy, I mean, I don't normally like to say who these are whenever I'm putting them down. I'm gonna put it right out there. It's Cycle Cruiser, and yeah, he's an idiot in my eyes. I do pop I do occasionally, if I want to get a laugh, I'll pop in and take a look at his videos, because basically all they are for comic relief, if they even have that in it. But last night I looked at a video. It just popped up this morning, and it was about how to be able to afford to get a motorcycle. And he was talking to like his younger group. I mean, he has a lot of kids and younger generation watching his videos. I think it's the only way he survives, because they're the ones stupid enough to buy his merchandise and stuff. But it is the way it is. But he mentioned about how to be able to afford a motorcycle, and he had the answer to it, supposedly. Well, his answer was, well,
live in a van down by the river.
Well, he has so much money invested. I think it was, what, 11 grand? I think it was mentioned that he has into that thing. I mean, you could buy a used motorcycle for a couple $1,000 or less sometimes. And then you got cost of the freaking van. Upkeep. You have, where are you going to park? I mean, in a lot of places, if you try to, he mentioned about capturing rainwater and using rainwater. And, you know, a lot of places fine you for doing that stupid stuff. It is, I mean, basically in a roundabout way, he's telling you to.
Eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
It just blew my mind that he even put this out to the freaking kids. I'm going to call them kids. because I mean they're younger than me. I mean you're talking teenagers up till what the mid to late 20s, and they're just so sick, gullible, and stupid sometimes. And putting out information like this, and they're just sucking it up. It really irks me. But I mean, you don't want to live in a van, because you'll be basically you're not getting anywhere. If you're that poor, you have to live in a freaking van. You've got other problems to worry about other than a motorcycle. That's how I put it. I mean, once you get on your feet a little bit, you get where you're living someplace steady, or I mean, you feel comfortable enough to be able to swing a motorcycle. You could get a decent motorcycle a used motorcycle for a couple grand, but you got to remember you have insurance, you got upkeep on that motorcycle. You've got a lot of different things coming up on that thing. So I mean, motorcycles aren't cheap. Are they cheap to run? Yeah. If you get one that reasonable fuel mileage, yeah. I love running the motorcycle, but come on, the alternative is not getting a van. It's just not. But I figured I'd add this all in, and this is MuzzleMike, hoping you all have a great week. Signing out.
You're gonna be doing a lot of doobie rolling when you're living in a van down by the